One of the #1 code calls, the code corrections that I'll make as an inspector when I'm out in the field looking at any type of stick-framed roofs is usually the notching when it comes to where that rafter sits on that exterior wall. Because you can get into a bunch of angles, right? You're trying to figure out, well, what do I cut my angle at up at my ridge board? And what is my angle so that I sit onto my exterior wall? And I've seen all different types of stuff. I've seen people not even notch it, and they just try to set the rafter on there so it's only sitting at one little point, which then that's not full bearing. And I've seen people over notch it, and so that you're now messing with the structural integrity of the rafter itself, because it's maybe not thick enough to meet that sizing that you had picked out of the chart. If it says, hey, I need to do a 2x8, well, you need to make sure you got 2x8 worth of structural components sitting on the wall, not a 2x4 or something, right? And that might be a little confusing. I'm going to show you some pictures here and try to pull it all together. But #1 is, when you get started, just spend a little bit of extra time, even if you have to scrap a couple of your rafter boards and use them as bracing or something down the road. Take extra time on those first couple and make sure that your angles are cut just right. And then if that's the case, then everything else should just flow. You can take 1 or 2 of them, use them as a template, cut the rest of them and set them in place. But definitely spend a little extra time on it. I've run into this multiple times. And then sometimes an engineer has to get involved and say, yes, it's structurally sound, or no, we need to do these fixes, which just costs additional money. We've also had to just come up with general fixes out in the field. How can we add a little extra bearing to it? And just takes extra time and extra money. So spend that extra amount up front, kind of that measure twice, cut once type method. Do the same thing with your roof. Just make sure that you're covered on all of your notching and your angles before you cut all of your boards. So this right here is kind of a little diagram that I found. So this would be your exterior sheathing on your roof. This would be your rafter, okay? And this would be the exterior wall. And so here they're talking about full bearing within notching limitation. So you can see the bottom edge of this rafter right here is hitting right there on top of that wall, okay? So it says code allows rafters to be notched as much as 1/4 of their depth, right? So 1/4 of the depth is what it can be done. So that it allows you 2 13/16 right here, okay? So they're showing you in the yellow here, that's the area in which you can notch. You got a 2x6 wall, but ideally you want this bottom edge of your rafter to bear right at the edge or at the corner of that wall, okay? Because that's going to provide the full depth of bearing on top of that wall, right? You see all that thickness of wood is bearing right on top. So if you hop over here, though, you can see they overcut it. And this note that's right here says rafter bears on the toe, right here, right? It's right on the edge of it. And there's not as much meat right here. There's not as much thickness of rafter, which reduces the strength. So if you're sized your chart and you have to put in 2x6s or 2x10s, but you went and notched it too much, then all of a sudden the strength of this may not be a 2x6 or a 2x10. It might only be a 2x4 or 2x8. And now it's like, okay, well, you're sized to be this, but you've overcut it. And so now you don't have that strength. You can see how this heel right here, the bottom edge of this rafter, is not bearing right there at the corner. There's not bearing there. The bearing starts right here. And so you want to make sure that you cut your joist so that this bottom edge, the start of your notch, ends right on your bearing point. I can't say it enough. Make sure that you run through and, check your angles before you cut them all. It's really important. Here would just be a general chart that came out of the IRC, where they kind of talk about cantilevers. So they're saying cantilever length not to exceed 24 inches. So now they're talking about maybe your open tails. So maybe your rafters just carry out and you can see them outside. Maybe built a soffit underneath there. Whatever it is that you did, they're telling you, well, not to exceed 24 inches. Here they're talking about depth divided by 4. So same thing as that other chart on notching. You can see here they've got this heel, maybe it's a 1/2 inch off or whatever. as far as the diagram is concerned, but at the end of the day, they're bearing right there on that corner. Okay, this is talking about rafter notching. Let's see, and then I got a couple pictures here. So this is kind of what not to do. You can see here they put in 2x6s, but from this point right here, you can see right here where this is your exterior wall, and this is where you want this bottom edge of your rafters should be right here. You can see there's like 4 or 5 inches right here where they've overcut it and they've over notched it. And so at this particular job, I was like, I have no way to look at my charts in the code book and to tell you that this is structurally sound, right? So I said, somebody's going to have to, a design professional is going to have to show me that that meets code. So they had to get an engineer to come out. They walked it, looked at it. They wrote up a report on what little adjustments needed to be done. And then once those adjustments are done, they're saying, well, then it meets structural integrity. Well, it just costs extra time, right? It's like if up front, if you would have just made sure that this thing bared right here, then you'd be fine. So just try to lay that out properly if you can, because it's just kind of a nightmare for everyone involved if you end up with this situation. Like I said, they ended up hiring an engineer. They got it done with. It was no big deal. It just, this particular contractor cost them a little bit extra money for an engineer. And then you're also going to end up with some type of metal connection right here. They hadn't got theirs in, so you'd end up with like a H2.5 or an H1 like Simpson clip, or tie, which would tie the rafter to the roof. You could also use, they have now screws, actual truss screws, which are probably easier to install and a lot less nails to be putting in. And it's just a screw that goes from an angle up in to the bottom edge of that truss, that rafter. So that should be the basics when it comes to notching. I just really want to make sure that you know about it up front, and so you can kind of head off that potential issue down the road.